Welcome back, fans, to another episode of the ECHL Insider. I am your host, Garrett Hunter. Excited to talk more ECHL hockey with you. But first, let's recap what was a thrilling week of hockey last week around the league. Let's highlight a few scores for you. We'll start up in the North Division with the Maine Mariners and the Worcester Railers. Mariners continued to stay hot with 2 wins at Worcester, 4-2 and 8-1. As they just dominated really their division rival, and the Railers have had a rough start to the season with now only 1 win. Next, the Fort Wayne Komets had lots of success in Estero last week, winning 2 out of 3 games against the Florida Everblades, and they started that season off Wednesday night with a 5-0 shutout of the Everblades. Very rare to see the Everblades get shut out on home ice, but the Komets did it. And they've got to feel really good about themselves going to a hostile environment and coming out with 2 out of 3 wins. Next, a crazy back-to-back games between the Iowa Heartlanders and Cincinnati Cyclones. On Friday night, it was all Cyclones, 9-2 win on home ice for Cincinnati over Iowa. Just outright dominated them. And you think going into Saturday, more of the same? No, exactly the opposite. Iowa responds in a huge way, dominating the Cyclones 8-2 the very next night. So just a crazy swing of events there and a whole lot of goals on Cincinnati home ice. One that went their way and one that definitely did not. So very interesting there in Cincinnati. And finally, the Atlanta Gladiators, undefeated no more after losing a school day game on Wednesday morning to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, 3-1. And Greenville looks good right now. They have won 4 consecutive games now. Well, with that, we will take you now to our top 5 games of the week. A lot of teams looking good, so we want to highlight them in these top 5 games. And we will start at the top with the Atlanta Gladiators and Jacksonville Icemen getting set to do battle on Saturday night from Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they've had a good start to the season, but not a great start. They're 5-5. They want to get some consistency going, but it's going to be hard, right? This Atlanta team, only 1 loss. We've talked about it. They were the last team standing to be undefeated this season. They come in with an 8-1 record. This Gladiators team looks just high energy, energetic. They can score goals quick. They got the goaltending. Ethan Heider is a very underrated netminder, in my opinion. He is very good, very talented between the pipes for the Gladiators. So definitely someone you got to watch out for if you're Jacksonville. You're going to have to put a lot of pucks on Heider to get a few past him on Saturday night. At number 4, it is the Iowa Heartlanders and Bloomington Bison on Friday night in Bloomington. 2 teams with 9 points right now in the Central Division. So they both, again, they want to establish some consistency. Iowa, especially after the crazy games they had against Cincinnati, they want to, replicate that second game, not the first game. And then for Bloomington, they've also had their shares of the good and the bad to start the season. They want to, get a big win against a division rival like the Iowa Heartlanders on Friday night. Up next at number 3, 2 very good teams to start the year. The Wheeling Nailers and the Reading Royals will do battle on Sunday afternoon in Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. Reading, they've looked good to start this season, right? They're 6-2-1. They've looked sharp. Wheeling on the other side, 7-1 to start the season. They've looked good, really scored by committee for the Nailers this year. They have just been really strong. They're coming off a sweep of the Greensboro Gargoyles. All 3 of those wins coming at Greensboro. So they will take that success, stay on the road Sunday when they play the Royals. So should be a really, really good game there in Reading. Up next at number 2 is the Atlanta Gladiators taking on the South Carolina Stingrays on Friday night. South Carolina, great start to the season, right? 7-3. They've been able to put up a lot of goals. And Atlanta, we've talked about them. They're 8-1. They've scored a lot. They look good. And I think really, though, when it comes down to it, who's going to defend better? Who's going to have the better goaltending in this matchup? Obviously, we've talked about Ethan Heider for Atlanta, but you got to talk about Mitchell Gibson and Seth Isley for South Carolina. Two very good, very capable goaltenders for the Stingrays. So we'll see which one of them get the start for the Rays, but it should be a very good matchup there in North Charleston on Friday night. And our top game of the week, the Maine Mariners travel to West Banco Arena to take on the Wheeling Nailers Friday and Saturday night. Two teams in the North Division off to terrific starts. Maine, you got to watch out for their forward in Brooklyn Kalmakov. He already has 16 points this season. And then on the other side for Wheeling, we've talked about them scoring by committee, but guys like Matthew Corsia can really put the puck in the back of the net. So we know the superstars on both of these teams. We know the success that they've had to start the season. You know, who's going to be able to come through? Are they going to split this back-to-back, you know, with each team winning one, or is one team going to really be able to rise to the occasion and win back-to-back games? But it's going to be hard. It's going to be talented hockey, and it should be really fun from West Banco Arena Friday and Saturday night. Two teams that, you know, really want to get back to the playoffs. Maine missing the last season, Wheeling making it and being eliminated in the first round last season. So really a lot of motivation for both of these sides to start the season well and remain at the top of the standings. Well, now we will turn it over to our fight of the week. Definitely one you don't want to miss. Jacksonville and Savannah going at it. This all starts with the huge check in the corner, and you know they weren't going to let that one go without a response. So, boy, the drop at center ice, man, they left just no time, right? Just they went for it and chucked the punches immediately. Really good scrap here, so we hope you'll enjoy that. Make sure to go down below, subscribe, leave your comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and we will see you next week for more ECHL Insider action.
Offensive zone draw one, and coming with a shot right off of that was Johannes. Waugh is able to step up and keep it in zone and kicks it all in deep. Big hit in the corner, arms stay down. Savannah has it in front of the net, going for the wraparound in front. And we're going to get a scrap at center ice. Going at it there, Davies, he fires a couple rights. Jersey over the head, he gets his man down to the ice.